Morning, YouTube. I think it's YouTube. This might be for YouTube today. We'll see. So you might have noticed I finally achieved my lifelong dream of parking my car in the garage. It's a beautiful thing. Another thing, I'm not using my lapel mic because the audio on the GoPro, even through the case, was passable. We'll say that. It was passable. It was forgivable. I need to get the skeleton case for this, or just the frame, actually. I want the frame. It's really cool. If you haven't seen that yet, it's just a bare frame that'll snap over the GoPro and let that mount onto traditional accessories. So that's what it's on my to-do list. Of course, that'll free up the microphones. So today, real quick, most important thing to know. Number one, Don't Call Me Zombie, the book that I wrote, my book. It's published on Amazon. Don't Call Me Zombie, it's free. You can download it for free. I think right now my list price is $2.99. So right now it is free through Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to be very on point. I'm going to upload this video as is, so people see this. Download my book for free. Please leave a review after you read it. I would very much appreciate it. The more downloads it gets, the higher up it gets in the right now it's like general humor, free general humor. So the higher it gets in that list, the higher, the more visible it becomes. So if you're at all interested, even if you're not interested, go download my book. That's a free book. Why not? It's about a zombie who's a person too. It's good. It's really good. Trust me. Take my word for it. Or take the word of all the reviewers who've already reviewed it and give it like an average 4.2 rating or something. It's well reviewed. It really is. Okay, so that's Don't Call Me Zombie. Download it through Thursday for free. And then it's back to $2.99. So that's cool. The other thing, Instagram.com krumbine or @krumbine. Very easy to find. Link will be in the description, obviously. Check that out, because what I'm doing is I think I'm definitely putting YouTube kind of on a back burner, in that I probably shouldn't be waving that around too much. In that I don't want to leave it in the car when I walk into work, so I usually hold it in my hand if I don't have a breast pocket to pop it in. Apparently it's just as easy to vlog, like my process, what I do, like shooting in the car and then editing. It's just as easy to shoot in the car, and when I edit these 15-second clips, and I've got days of content for Instagram. And I like, obviously, I have this whole, I've got a little bit of 15-second fetish going on. I like that 15-second format, which obviously also plays a hell of a lot better on Instagram than it does on YouTube. The 15-second videos that I cross-post over to YouTube, just, it's like, why am I doing that? There are a few, I think, that do well, like a few of the, it's weird, some of the Lego time lapses, which are all 15 seconds, except for like one, some of them do extraordinarily well in terms of where I'm at on YouTube these days, and some are like, nope, nobody cares. So it's a weird 15-second format, but it's for Instagram, so it works on Instagram, and I like Instagram. Instagram's just, anyway, I'm editing these clips, I'm editing these vlogs for Instagram to show up on Instagram. So if you don't already, go ahead and connect with me over there. Why not? There's a very cool unboxing coming up that I decided moments ago that will be shot specifically and edited for Instagram. It's going to be silly. I should probably record the audio. I should probably record the necessary bits now. No, I'll do it tonight. I've got a weird pleasure delaying thing happening today. Okay, vlogish stuff. Monday was a horrible day. Monday was it was a good day, but it was also horrible because, like, everything that I said should happen happened. Like, several weeks ago, I said, we need to do this. Then they finally did that. But it was still sucky that course of action, without being so overly, utterly vague. Sorry, vague tubing. It still sucked, and it essentially drained. I mean, that's what it ended. That's why it sucked. You know, whatever creative work that I did at work was removed completely. The silver lining to that, so yesterday, Tuesday, Monday was terrible, all the creativity was drained. Tuesday was the first real day in total non-creative mode. So, I mean, which is theoretically what I was looking for when I chose at the beginning of the year, or earlier on this year, to go back to full-time work instead of just running my own creative business. The theory was, let me get a boring job that pays really well. Let me get this job where I can just punch a clock, do my work. It's not like just because it's not creative doesn't mean I don't do a very good job at it. I happen to be very good at administrative boring shit. It's not on my resume, but it is a skill. I don't enjoy it, but it's a skill. I'm very, very organizational. Yesterday I rewrote the most convoluted process in the world, and like got quite the accolades for it. So I'm very happy about that. That was quite the confidence booster. Anyway, point. Tuesday was the day where there's an egret in the road. So why did the bird cross the road? Just to slow the traffic down. So Monday, all creativity was drained. Tuesday was the first non-creative day. And then today I'm in a class all morning. And while that's happening, the new 12-inch MacBook is going to be delivered to the house. I cannot go home over lunch. I theoretically could go home over lunch to collect it. However, parking situation at work is balls. It is horrible. And if you leave, you will lose your spot, and you will like circle the parking lot for 15-20 minutes trying to find another spot to park in. It's bad. So it's inadvisable to go out during the afternoon. And then I wrote this script this morning in the shower, where these things tend to happen, for an unboxing, which obviously I've never done before. I will do, a tech thing every now and then, and I am, of course, very well versed in the tech world and very obsessed with the tech sphere, the techosphere, the tech sphere. Let's call it the tech sphere. But rarely have I done unboxings. Never have I done unboxings. And then the times that I do reviews, it'll be like sitting in the car and rambling at length, or do the little puppet show thing with touching gadgets. I always try to do something a little bit more, something that other people haven't done, because that's what's hard about doing tech videos. It's like that market is so unbelievably saturated. It's so difficult to come at it with something different, something original. And I think I have something. What I need to do is a little bit of research to see what people are doing on YouTube in the not YouTube, in the Instagram text sphere. That should be interesting. I want to see what people do, what kind of reviews, what kind of unboxings, what people are doing video-wise on Instagram for tech, because that could be an open playing field right now. So I wrote this thing. I've envisioned it. It plays in with a lot of the stop motion animation that I've been doing. I call it time lapse, but it's kind of both to the process with the Legos. So I'm going to do a little bit of that, or a little bit of that. And it's going to be silly, which I think I'm good at. I think I'm okay with silly. I'm okay. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, at my skill level at silly, 6.5, 7 2/3, 8 1/4. So today's like this weird, massive pleasure delaying, because I could go home, but I really can't go home to collect the MacBook. And then, even when I do get home, I have to set up my white screen, lights, and all this shit, and the camera, so I can shoot an unboxing. Granted, there's very specific things I need to shoot, so it'll be very quick. It's not going to be a laborious process. It'll be somewhat laborious because of the animation. And then after all of that's done, then I get to play with the new computer. So today's a big pleasure delay day, but it should be a big payoff at the end. So there you go. That's what's happening today. Oh, weird place to put it, but hey, all the way at the end of the video. New comic today, of course. It's Webcomic Wednesday. That's when Seminole Comic updates every Wednesday on Tapastic, which is easily accessed through the URL seminolecomic.com. Tapastic, great platform. I talk about it every now and then, or at this rate, in every video, right? It's a great webcomic platform. You can log in with Facebook. You can subscribe to comics. You can like, comment, and share comics. Please do that for Seminole Works. I put a lot of work into... I don't put as much work as other people do into their comics. I've noticed that. But then, you know, that's what's interesting about webcomics. There's quite the spectrum. There's some that, you know, you can... And people show their... You know, sometimes you'll show their work, or you see how they do their work. And every character is drawn, every background is illustrated, and it's just, you know, you could see all the work that goes into it. And then, you know, there's the stick figure stuff, and there's that same spectrum of popularity. You know, there's not a lot of rhyme and reason. You know, it's just, you know, who sees what. But sometimes the most horrible looking comic is the most popular. Or the most simplistic. It could be horrible too, but like the most simplistically created comic. Oh, this took me 5 minutes to do. Here you go, world. Mine is somewhere in between, because I have a process where I have the characters, I create models of the characters, and then I move the characters around and add details. And I'm in the process of adding more backgrounds and creating more vibrant scenes to play in. So, it's Wednesday, it's Webcomic Wednesday. There's a new comic all about bow ties and why I wear a bow tie most of the time. So that's worth checking out. Yeah. If you don't follow it on Tapastic, it's certainly going to be on my Instagram and Facebook. Facebook.com, Crumbco, or even crumbco.com. I need to hone that. I need to clean that up. I could just say crumbco.com and be done with it, and then direct everybody. Social, I don't know. I'm off in left field today. So but this is the point. This is the point. I've got something very interesting to look forward to today. But this is the point, right? This energy right now. This is why I think it's so important. Why I am believing it is so important to have a non-creative job, because then You store it up, and then you can't see me turning on the white lights. Then it gets unleashed in productive places. The creativity, if you can't unleash it at work, or you can't use it at work, then it's stored up. It bubbles over, and it comes out in more useful, productive places. That's the theory. That's the thought process. I don't know how practical it is, but I want to believe. I want to believe. So there you go. That's all I have to say about that. Until next time, I'm Krumbine. Follow me on Instagram. Grab my book on Amazon. Free through tomorrow. Stay creative.